Dear students, I am Dr. Abhinav Kamal Raina, Department of Commerce ABST, Government College in Sirabad. Today, my lecture will be on statistics, introduction and definitions. As we all know, modern age is the age of data. Nothing can be proven without data, neither any decisions can be taken nor something can be rational without the data. Now, question here arises: what data is all about? Basically, data is an information which has to be collected for a specific objectives, and it has to be expressed in the numerical values. Or, in other words, we can say that it is a collection of facts in the form of figures. Social, political, and economic problems can be understood and be implemented the policies and programs of the government with the proper tool of data collection, and thereby relevant conclusions can be drawn within the interpretation of the data analysis. Now, as far as definition is concerned, there are various definitions given by various authors, mostly the foreign authors now, but Indian statisticians and scholars has also given the different definitions in relation to statistics and statistical methodologies. Webster, Dr. A.L. Bowley, Corner, Silver and Silver, and many more has interpreted the subject statistics in their own way. But we, by the term statistics, we mean it is the aggregate of facts affected to a marked extent by various causes, numerically expressed and estimated. Now, very important in this definition is number one, it is the aggregate of facts. Number two, it is affected to a marked extent by various causes. Number third, very important also, that is it should be numerically expressed. And number four is it has to be estimated. Unless and until the whole process from collection of aggregate of facts to its estimation, the whole process is a statistical process. Now, when we talk about the characteristics of statistics, number one, very important in this issue is it is the aggregate of facts, as we have also discussed it in the definition itself. Aggregate of various facts relating to some, that is, it may be the question, it may be the query, or an inquiry. The second step is the numerically expressed. The aggregate of facts which we have received so far has to be numerically expressed. It should be numerically expressed in the form of quantitative facts, not in the way of qualitative facts. Number third, it should be affected by marked multiply of causes. That means data do not emerge themselves. It has many causes, and that causes effects in different ways. It should be based on certain estimation. As far as statistical characteristics are concerned, estimation of the data is by providing the relevant tool and then expressing its results are the key factor in good decision making. Number fifth, it should be reasonable standard of accuracy must be there. If the reasonable standard of accuracy is not there in the data analysis, then the problem of investigation may prove wrong. Therefore, level of accuracy should be achieved at the optimum level. Sixth, when we talk about the sixth characteristics of statistics, it should be predetermined purpose. Purpose should be clarified. As a statistician or those who go for the collection of data, they must have certain objectives why we go and collect the data, from whom we have to collect the data, what outcome will come out of the data. That is more important in this regard. Next will be the systematic collection. That is, there should be the systematic plan drawn before the start of the collection of data, and thereby it helps the statisticians to go for the relevant conclusions at the end of the application of the statistical methods for the investigation purposes. And the last, it should be the uniform in nature so that it can be easily compared, data can be compared with another data. If there is not the uniformity of the data, then the relevant decisions taken out of the analysis part of it cannot be proved to be the very, in a way, the most appropriate measurement of accuracy. Thus, it is clear from the above discussion that only the numerical facts may be called the statistics, which are having above characteristics. Therefore, we conclude statistics are numerical statements of facts, but all numerical statements of facts are not statistics. Dear students, sometimes in a question you will be asked to write few sentences about the statistics are numerical statement of facts, but all numerical statements of facts are not statistics. So we have to discuss here the fundamentals of the statistics and the characters of statistics so that it can be proved the concluding remarks of the characteristics of the statistics. When we go for the collection of the data, depends upon the data and the type of the data, it will be classified under three heads. Number one, that is, it can be arranged by way of individual series. Number two, it can be arranged by way of discrete series. And number three, it can be arranged by way of grouped series. When we talk about the individual series, there is no frequency in the individual series. Each variable has its own numerical value. For example, in a class of 10, each students have secured different marks: 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 92%, 93%, 95%. So every student has the marks obtained which are apart from the other students. So there is only, each number has only this single frequency. Then comes, if in the same manner, when we go for the collection of the data and put into the series, then we see that if in a class of 10, in this previous example, if I will quote here, slightly change in the data, out of 10 students, 2 students secured 60%. That means 60% has the 2 frequencies. 5 students has secured the 62.5%. That means 62.5 has the 5 frequency. And similarly, if the frequency, total of the frequency comes 10, that means that the data has to be put in the discrete series. Third is, if the data is very big and it has to be arranged in a grouped manner. For example, if we have the 3000 students in a college, and according the income slab, we have to find out the number of students whose parental monthly income is 5,000 to 6,000, then 6,000 to 7,000, 7,000 to 8,000, 8,000 to 9,000, 9,000 to 10,000, 10,000 and above. Now data is big, so we will find the number of students whose parental monthly income within the 5 to 6,000 is maybe 20 or 30 or 40. That means 30 or 40 or 50 can be expressed as the frequency. So similar way, we have to find out with the proper methodology how the data can be first grouped, and then how we can find out its frequency. For that, we have a statistical methodology that is known as collection of data, how to classify the collected data, how to classify it. So we have the methodology there by giving the particular variable a tally number and then finding out the property, finding out in a way to find out its frequency or to find out the whether it is can be placed in the discrete series or in the continuous series. Now, for my dear students, because it is just an introductory lecture about the statistics, now you have to go through. There will be the some exercise for you. Number 1, you have to go for the history of statistics, and then definitions given by different scholars or statisticians in regard to statistics and methodologies in statistics, and third, how many series are there in statistics, and you have to give the brief description of these series as well. Thank you so much.